And so the God Crow unleashed his powers. Unlimited power. Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. My name is Crow, and today we have a brand new story brought to you by GD Kid 101 called Benny's Story. And as you all know, this is Benny the Bard right here. He's one of our 4 favorite guys, including Helga, Bjorn, and Larry. And over here we have King Philip, the dastardly King Philip, where sometimes in some stories he's the villain, but other times in other stories he's like a misunderstood villain. I don't know, he's very confusing. This is a story about Benny the Bard. Benny was performing in front of some squires and King Philip himself when they heard something in the water beside them. What could be in the water? What are they hearing? What is happening? Let's take a look in the water. We have a sunken house here with a skull of some kind of snake-looking thing. Is there a unit hiding in the water somewhere? I don't see anything. Let's start the simulation and see what's happening. So they're walking this way towards something in the water. Is there something? I'm actually not in the water. Now we're in the water, but I don't see anything, guys. They're walking this way, and it ends. And they've won, and whatever it was, it's gone now. Harpooner lunges out of the water and jumped onto a tree above, snatching Benny before he could be saved. So there we go. The Harpooner is going and snatches Benny, and Benny's now being captured by the Harpooner before they drown. And you just killed Benny. You just killed Benny! What kind of a story is this when the Harpooner just kills Benny? It's terrible. Look, Benny's dead. GG, Benny. After being brought to the pirate captain and queen, Benny learns that he must act as a messenger to 2 individuals called Larry and Helga to ask for something called God powers. Yet some clan people have the same desire. So let's get this straight. Benny the Bard didn't in fact drown. He was just captured by this harpooner, and now they're meeting a pirate captain and Queen Kira, Pirate Queen Kira, and they're being guarded by a single bomb thrower. That's great guards. And over here, all of a sudden, you have 3 blunderbuss units against the evil clan people. We have found the evil clan people, and they are interested in Benny's friend's god powers. The clan people want my god power. How dare you try to? I will blow you up. I will annihilate you with my god powers if needed. But we're going to see if Benny and the crew can take care of these clan people who have summoned clams. The blunderbuss people are being completely enveloped by all the clams. Look at them go. Numbing the blunderbuss people. Clams have been bombed by the single bomb. You know, the harpooner is not having a really good time. Oh, here comes Kira. Oh, here comes Kira. No need. Oh, the drop kick by the harpooner. The very same harpooner who kidnapped Benny just drop kicked the daylights out of his clams unit. Before getting into the main farm town, some children noticed Benny and his guide and decided to play with them. I'm worried, guys. Here's Benny and his guide, the harpooner who kidnapped him. The story is very silly. And now we're gonna have children. Oh, the hobbits. They're not children. They're full-grown hobbit adults. As this one gets harpooned. Can a harpooner take on this many hobbits? Oh, he's just kicking the daylights out of this poor guy while he's down. Hey, stay away from Benny. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Stay away from Benny. Oh, no. You know what? No. Summon the power of Boulder in the... Nobody messes with Benny. Benny heads in the town alone as our harpooner has to report back to the captain and the queen and finds who he needs to talk to. Let's take a look at the situation. There's Benny the Bard. Oh, Benny's in blue. Benny's in blue. Benny's gonna die. And if memory serves me, Benny is here to see Larry, and Helga. And yes, there is Helga and there's Larry, and they're in their beautiful little village. Helga is by this lovely home over here. And Larry's by this lovely home over here. Why are Larry and Helga in separate homes? Are they having a hard time right now? Are they having marital troubles? Have they actually been married? But here's the thing. According to the rules of this particular level, Helga's probably going to run over and headbutt the daylights out of Benny. Hey, says Benny, how's it going? Oh, Helga's like, not too bad. Just don't move. Stop. Why are you running? Why are you running? Never mind. Larry did all the work. Larry just threw in a couple healing potions, wanted to heal his new friend Benny, and Benny was not unconscious. After waking up from his knockout, Benny meets someone named Bjorn, who will test his potential in something called the snowball. Oh, hold on. Gotta do that better. The snowball. insert that like sound effect here. So here's Bjorn and Larry and Helga and Benny. Here's my 4 main people, but where are they supposed to fight? So now we need to test Benny's might in the snowball, and now they're walking this way. Oh, something just fell off the edge and died. Well, that's interesting. Oh, it's Little Hobbit. Hey, Little Hobbit, thank you for dying for the sake of our campaign. Despite sounding like a big deal, Benny wasn't facing many people in the ice bowl, snowball, and he tried to flee so he could do what was instructed of him. Here we are in the snowball, and here's Benny, and Benny is facing what looks like a snow archer, an ice archer, a berserker, and a brawler. And Benny's meant to die. Oh, look, there's Helga and Bjorn and Larry watching on from the background. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. They're about to watch their friend get knocked out. That is so rude. And look, Benny's going in, and the berserker's like, what's up? And the ice archer's like, what's up? And poor Benny gets knocked out in the snowball. Wait, hold on. The snowball. While Benny was getting healed from his injuries, a meeting about him was held in the Reaper's cave, but got interrupted by some pirates. So here we are in the Reaper's cave, and oh, there's Mr. Reaper, Mr. Death himself with Benny. No, Benny. Where's Benny? Benny! Oi, are you in the Reaper's cave? Are you in here? I'm stuck on a rock. Benny! Benny! I don't see Benny at all, guys. Regardless, here come the pirates. They're ready to take on Mr. Death himself. Do they know like who they're facing? Do they know that they're about to fight Mr. Death himself? And Benny, not Benny, and Bjorn, and Larry, and Helga. Mr. Death is the most terrifying of them. I mean, Helga's pretty scary. I mean, she can headbutt things, but then she gets killed pretty quickly. And Larry does drop these amazing potions from a distance, causing a whole lot of confusion. He usually chills in the background. Bjorn, I wouldn't want to mess with Bjorn either, but it's actually Mr. Death himself who does the reaping, as he is the Reaper. And the Reaper does the reap. Oh, wow. Wow, these harpoon guys are so durable. Well, okay, let's be honest. They're durable until Mr. Death himself decides to go pokey with the tentacle. Uh-oh. Benny couldn't take the weight anymore, so he demands the location of Larry, trudges his way over to him, and begs for the god powers, which Larry says he can only show the powers, not give them away. And an angry tribe showed up at the perfect moment, because of course, an angry tribe would show up at the perfect moment, because these guys are just chilling in the tribe lands. There's Benny meeting Larry, Bjorn, and Helga, demanding the god powers, and Larry's all like, bro, I'm not a god. My god's a god, and I can't give you god powers. And now Benny's all like upset because he can't get god powers. And Mr. Death's like, guys, I know I'm like the death guy, but have you seen what's over there? And then Mr. Death notices like all the tribes people are really pissed off. And then the 37 chieftains, because apparently the 37 chieftains from all the tribes came over and they're like, yo, get off our lands. And Mr. Death is like, I don't see a flag. Do you have a flag? And the smallest, most cutest chieftain pipes up and goes, we don't have a flag? And Mr. Death chuckles and goes, no flag, no country. The fight begins. Mr. Death is ready to wade in, and I think we're probably gonna have to use god powers here because I'm not allowed to summon any more units. And so the God Crow unleashed his powers. Unlimited power. And apples rained from the sky as they wiped out the majority of their tribal faction in slow-mo because he summoned 10,000 apples and his computer's about to explode. All right. Let's just end this fight, shall we? Chain lightning is a go, destroying a humongo chunk of that tribal army. All the apples have finally despawned. Oh, I can move again. That was way too many apples. What was I thinking summoning so many apples? Oh, Chain Lightning, you are beautiful. Chain Lightning, you are glorious. 100 lightning bolts say what is up. And Mr. Manny, Mr. or Mrs. Manny, I've never quite decided if you were a Mr. or a Mrs. Manny. Didn't you have a mammoth friend? Or, oh no, there he is. Hey, you're alive. I thought you were dead. Have some more lightning. Oh, it's a lot of lightning. Goodbye, mammoths. Get destroyed. And there we go. We had to use our god powers this time, but luckily, nobody died. Not even Mr. Death. Mr. Death lived, which is always an important thing because, again, no flag, no country. Benny, full of disappointment, braces for impact when he tells the captain and the pirate queen Kira the bad news. So Larry seemingly was supposed to take and steal and get the god powers for the pirate queen. Apparently the pirate queen might be behind the whole thing. And Helga is hiding, watching over here. Why are you hiding over here, Helga? Are you watching the death of Benny as Benny gets executed for his crimes? He's not dead for long, guys. Don't worry. Aha! I knew it. Helga manages to grab Benny first and flees to Larry's house, where Bjorn and Mr. Death himself are dealing with several waves of pirates. The first one being Flintlocks. Apparently, Pirate Queen did want the god powers all for herself and was using Benny to get them. And now Mr. Death and Bjorn have to defend Benny, Larry, and Helga from the pirate waves. Will they be able to do so, or do I need to step in? That's the big question. Here comes Death himself getting shot by multiple pistols, but he is alive and his Reaper tentacles are doing a job. Bjorn's living through all of that. Mr. Death himself still alive even after all of these pistol shots. But now they have no more pistols, and it's easy pickings for Mr. Death himself. And Bjorn, well, you think a cute little gun is gonna kill the mighty Bjorn? As if. Second wave of pirates, blunderbusses, but from behind. Now explain to me how Mr. Death himself and Bjorn the Thane were surprised by backdoor blunderbuss people. How on earth did these blunderbusses quietly and stealthily, considering the sound of wood on wood as they walk with their little trunks and stuff, how do they sneak up on these two? It's a travesty, to be honest. And let's see what happens. Will they survive? Oh, yeah, I think they will survive. And Death himself will just reap through. I like how Death swings and 5 people die. And then Bjorn swings and then 1 person is knocked over. Poor Bjorn. Poor Bjorn. Bjorn wishes he had an axe as powerful as Death's. Bjorn's like, yo, Death, can I borrow your weapon one time? And Death's like, no, you can't handle this thing. You can't handle the Reaper's scythe. If anything, I'd want the tentacles. Those are powerful. Apparently, we're not done. A third wave of pirates has come. This time, bomb throwers from all around. And now Bjorn and Mr. Death himself are surrounded on both sides by bomb throwers. Because, again, people can just sneak up on Mr. Death himself. Apparently, he's not perceptive. And Mr. Death completely wipes out his people. And Bjorn's like, yo, Mr. Death, can you help me, please? I got like 8 people over here. There you go. Mr. Death comes to save the day. Fourth wave of pirates, cannons, and harpoons with an ambush. So here is Mr. Death himself and Bjorn ready to face on the amazing, looks like cannons and big harpooners. But they don't realize is Sammy the Scarecrow, and Larry have come for friends. They got an army of man-children. They're not children. They're the real full-grown men and hobbits, guys. Don't ever think that the hobbits are children. They're full-grown men. And they're in on the harpooners and Mr. Death himself with the slash. Mr. Death himself with another slash. And that harpooner's not having a good day. Now, Benny and the others face the last 2 pirates. The pirate captain and Kira, the pirate queen. And even King Philip tags in to help. So here we are, Pirate Queen, Kira. Here we are, you trying to steal my god powers. And you trying to help her. But luckily, I have my friends. These are my friends. Mr. Death himself, Benny the Bird, Bjorn, lay off the drugs board, Helga and Larry, and King Philip. I guess you can call him a friend. He's kind of an anti-hero. Sometimes we're friends. Sometimes I don't like King Philip. He's my boy today. Today's my friend. And they're gonna take on Kira the Pirate Queen and the Captain Death with the beautiful side swings. The Captain surviving, surprisingly. Third side swing. Bombs have been dropped. It looks like King Philip is alive, but Helga, poor Helga, she never survives these fights at all. The pirate captain is still alive. Oh, the pirate captain just slayed Larry. Goodbye, Larry, as you go for a little swim with the sharks. Benny the Bjorn. Benny! Where did Benny go, guys? Pirate Queen Kira is holding her own. Pirate Queen Kira has killed Death, but Death's death explosion has sent Pirate Queen Kira down to Davy Jones' locker. Now we have the pirate captain, wherever he has gone, versus King Philip in a one-on-one for the century. And King Philip smites the pirate captain with a mighty blow. And I always knew I liked you, King Philip. I always knew you were my friend.